Hello everyone. Today we're going to be looking at how to find a VSO, how to check if someone you want to use as a VSO is an accredited representative, where that information is on the VA website. So far, from what I've seen, there isn't a direct link. There might be somewhere on the site, but I haven't found it yet. So we're going to start at the VA new homepage and use the search feature. So here's the homepage, click on search, and just type in VSO. Now, I didn't know what a VSO was when I started using the VA hospitals. I just had some medical issues that I was dealing with, so I went to the VA hospital. It was a direct relationship. But a VSO is an important tool for you to use as a veteran. Are capable of helping you with lots of different things. I'm looking now there's a little list here on the VA's website that says, what is the role of an accredited representative? A VA accredited representative can help you understand and apply for any VA benefits you may be entitled to, including compensation, education, veteran readiness and employment, home loans, life insurance, pension, health care, and burial benefits. I didn't use a VSO either for my education benefits, but perhaps I did because I used the VA counseling center at the university I went to. I don't know if they were a registered VSO, but they helped me connect the VA to my school, and a lot of colleges have that, not a VA office, but a vets center. I'm not sure if those are accredited representatives. That you would think so. So VSOs do a lot for veterans. There's a list of things that they do further down the page. You have VA recognized VSOs and their VA accredited representatives, and this goes over more of what they do. And then a little bit further down, you have what VA accredited attorneys and claims agents do. Something that's very important to remember about anyone who claims to be a VSO or a representative or a claims attorney, they must not charge you for their work. When it comes to filing a claim, you'll see here in this paragraph it says those words, "It is important to know that VA recognized VSOs and their representatives always provide their services on benefit claims free of charge. Unlike VSOs, VA accredited attorneys and agents may charge you a fee for the representation in appealing or requesting additional review of an adverse VA decision. Only VA accredited attorneys and claims agents may charge you fees for assisting in a claim for VA benefits, and only after VA has issued an initial decision on the claim and they have complied with the power of attorney and the fee agreement requirements." So I didn't know that attorneys can actually charge you a fee if the VA has already made a decision on your claim and you're looking to appeal it or add additional review. Although attorneys may charge you a fee on an appeal or review, initial claims benefits representatives will not charge you for their service. So how to find a representative? You can go online and generate a list of VSOs, claims agents, and attorneys in your local area. And we're going to take a look at what that looks like. How to appoint a VSO or representative. If you know somebody that you think should be your VSO, You can complete some forms, and they have those here. We're not doing all that today, but that's just a general overview of what a VSO is. There is a lot more to it than that, but the reason I'm making this video is for this next step in the process. So you'll remember we clicked on this link and I opened it in a new tab, so we'll go there now. And here we have the search feature. The search feature has two sections. One is for attorneys, claims agents, and VSO representatives. You can only search for one at a time. And let's say you have someone in mind that you're wondering, is this person an accredited VSO? It matters because the VA can help you more easily and quickly if you use an accredited VSO, claims agent, or attorney, and let's say they screw up somewhere. Well, the VA can hold them accountable more readily. A little buyer beware action. So if you use an attorney that is not accredited and they screw up, then you probably will have to get the courts involved, right? So maybe either way, you have to get the courts involved. So we're going to look at this one primarily, and then next is search recognized VSOs. And the main reason I'm making this video is to go over some of the shortcomings and also how to use the search feature for your benefit. So this third section is to download a complete list of accredited attorneys or representatives in Excel. You do not download an Excel file. You download an ASP file, which is compatible in Excel, but not certain versions from what I found. Also, I tried opening the ASP in Google Sheets, and that didn't work, which is their Google's version of Excel. So if you know how to use an ASP file in Excel, then go for it. Go ahead and download this. If you don't, you're going to have to comb through the internet to find the compatibility. I did find a question submitted to Microsoft, and the Microsoft representative said, hey, do this and this and this. And the person who had asked about ASP files and Excel didn't really get an answer that worked for them. And then the thread stopped. So I don't know if they ever got it to work. It's not easy. It's not straightforward. So rather than do that, you can use the service here. Now we run into the problem and the reason for this video. So let's say we're looking for an attorney. Okay. Well, if you have the name of an attorney, you can put the last name, first name. The good part about this is that you don't need each field to generate a list. You just need one. So you can put the last name of the person you're interested in, the first name, the city, or the state, or the postal code. You don't need all of it. But here's where the problem lies, is that it's not your city. You don't generate a list based on your city. You generate a list based on the city that that representative claims to be in. In most cases, there is not a person assigned to your city, especially if you live in a smaller town. The results don't generate a within so many miles list. So you can type in your city, like I'll type in a city, and let's put a state and see what results are here. None. And there are definitely attorneys in Los Angeles County. So it gets a little tricky here now because now you can't have a localized list. And it's the same thing for claims agents and VSO representatives. The best way to find someone that you can at least talk to is to just use the state. And let's say Alaska. Here you go. You have some cities and some names and some phone numbers of folks who are in Alaska that are VSO representatives. Claims agents. It's the same story. You can use Connecticut. There's a handful of people in Connecticut who are claims agents who are accredited by the Department of Veterans Affairs, and there's a list. Attorneys. So here's a really long list of attorneys in California. And you'll notice that I used a city, and Los Angeles is the county that the city of Laverne is in. So you can give these folks a call in Los Angeles. And you'll notice with this Los Angeles result, there's a 90021 zip code. Well, you look for another Los Angeles result, and there's a 90017 zip code. That means that they're in different cities in the county of Los Angeles. So that's a little frustrating. But you will find lots of attorneys in the state of California or in the state that you live in. This is the easiest way to generate a generalized list to help you begin your search for a VSO. Now, if you use Google, go ahead and use Google, but recognize that not all the results are accredited. So if you find a result that looks promising in your area, plug the name into here. If it's an attorney, plug the last name here. If it's a claims agent, same thing. And you will get verification of whether or not the person's accredited. One thing to remember, if your attorney doesn't show up, then there is this little caveat down at the bottom that says, if your search does not produce any results, they're not authorized, or they might have an application for accreditation or recognition pending with the VA Office of the General Counsel. The data linked refreshes every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday evening. So, if they were supposed to get their accreditation this week, well, check Tuesday morning or Thursday morning or Saturday morning. And if you don't see it by Saturday morning, then they got misinformed or they never were getting accredited this week. Okay, so that's that section. And you can see why it's a little frustrating. Because when I first got to using this, I was like, okay, I'll put my city, state, no results. So I went with my state and I got a flood of results. And it's like, I don't have the time to go through every number and see if this person is a accredited VSO or whatever, or maybe they're not actually near me because none of these cities are the city I live in, even if it's the county I live in. So I had to go to state and I got that list and I was like, you know what? I became a member of the VFW. I know that they are a VSO organization. So I talked to somebody there and they helped me find a person that could help me file my claim. To be fair, it was a state-sponsored VSO representative, and they did a fine job. I didn't bring a lot of documentation. I should have, and that would have given that person more to work with. I was expecting them to take more time to get a verbal, claim, like describe the symptoms and stuff that I experience, but they didn't. But then I was, you have to do your CNP exams, and I had plenty of ample time to talk to them about any kind of symptoms I experience, from tinnitus to my sinuses, which are going off this morning. So that's why there's a lot of jump editing in this video. Okay, so recognized VSOs as well. You heard me mention the VFW. I don't know if VFW will show up. I know Veterans of Foreign Wars does. Let's see. No, it doesn't. So you need the full business name. And here's another problem with the way that they've done the search feature. The Veterans of Foreign Wars is an organization that's located in Washington, D.C. in its headquarters. But there's one right down the street from me. So I'm not going to find their phone number using this. I will if I call that Washington, D.C. post or whatever. You could just Google search it, right? That's how I actually found the local VFW. Or you can find VSOs that are headquartered in California. The California Department of Veterans Services, which I think was what I went to. And you see it says that they're in Sacramento. Well, I went to the one in San Bernardino, and that's not listed here because that's not where they're headquartered. You can use this accreditation search to find they are discoverable people, and it's open information to the public. I'm not signed into anything to view this stuff, but it's better if you already know the organization and you just want to verify that they're accredited. So if you do use Google, go ahead and use Google, but then come here and double check to make sure that they are accredited by the Department of Veterans Affairs. So that's about it for this video. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. If you have any ideas for future videos, leave them in the comments or visit us at vets.com. You can, we are not the Department of Veterans Affairs, but we are here to help. So here's the vets.com webpage. It's, it's under construction. I would like it to look a little cooler, but we're working on it. You can check out our Ask a Specialist feature. It's the most active part of the website, since I'm trying to write articles and write things about the VA and Ask a Specialist, it's usually our most active space because you can ask a question of me and I'll do my best to find you an answer. Not all the answers are clear that I get. Some of them are very clear. Not all of them are about the VA either. The Anzio breakthrough is a great article. Bill asked about Joseph J. Kilgariff, who was killed in action, and he just wanted to know what happened. And I was able to give him a pretty detailed answer. Not all of it. I didn't find anything about Joseph J. Kilgariff, but I found a lot about the division that he was in and what they were doing at the time. So it's a great resource. I'm a great resource. I will help you find the information you need. Vets.com, it's just me right now. So that's why I've added a little link on the far right, volunteer. If you would like to volunteer, you can go ahead and send me an email. Leave something in the comments. Like, subscribe. But what we're mainly looking for are design, video, news, veteran affairs research, networking, interviews, Shopify, store setup, merchandise design, video design, website design. If you like to generate content, if you are someone who has their ear to the ground on all the things that are happening in the world of veterans, and you are able to write or able to produce videos, we can feature you. You know, we get a lot of traffic, and maybe you want to get your YouTube channel going. Stop by. I want to generate synergy with you. So, without adding much else, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please leave a comment. If you have any questions, leave a comment. Please visit us at vets.com, and don't forget to subscribe. Have a great day.